I'm just curious. What do you think? And now you might just know this from memory, right? But don't look. What do you think Scream got on the Tomatometer?
Original Scream?
Original Scream.
Critics? The critics one?
I'll give you a clue. They match.
Wow, that's awesome. I'm gonna say Hot 92.
Oh no, but it's fresh. 79.
What the fuck?
79.
Scream has a 79.
I mean, that's not bad.
That is very bad.
It's not. It's almost 80
for Scream. That's terrible.
But it's not. It's not an 80 out of. It's not like an 80% or 79%. Like
I said, Hot 92. Oh my god!
It's not. It's not a 79% like it's a C, almost a B. It's just that many people gave it a good review.
Positive review.
Yeah. So who knows? Maybe the positive reviews are really positive.
I'm surprised they match because I understand that as I think about it, the 79 from critics makes a little more sense. You hadn't really seen a movie like that that was, so meta, this violent whodunit sort of thing, fresh take on a lot of things. So I kind of get the 79 there, but audiences, I thought, seemed to really like it. There was always that, side group that was like, this isn't horror. What is this even bullshit? Blah, blah, blah. But that's wild. You got me. Good one.
I think the problem with Scream's Tomatometer ratings is it's too new. It was too mainstream when it came out. So I bet these critics' ratings are all original from 95-ish, 96. Like, I bet they're from back then, right? And there's probably a handful that aren't. And I bet most of the user scores are from more recently. And I bet there is a good chunk of people that are like, it's not horror. The bad guy's not even the horror guy, and it's just a thriller. It's not even scary. I bet it's a bunch of that baloney. Now, what about Scream 2? And I think you'll be surprised. What about Scream 2? They don't match, by the way.
I'd definitely be shocked if they matched. And I'm curious what even brought you down this rabbit hole. But Scream 2, not as good as Scream 1, but better than Scream 3. 79's my baseline. I'm gonna say the funny one. I'm gonna say 69
for the critics.
Yes.
Okay, and what about the audience?
I think they probably liked it a little bit more. I'll stick with 79 for audience, 69 critics.
81%.
What the fuck is happening
for the critics?
What is
57% for the audience?
I don't even know what's going on.
I don't know what's going on either, but I'm going somewhere with this.
Okay. Fair enough.
So that's about the same for the critics score, right? A few more critics liked it.
What was it again? 81?
81% over 79.
How? And look, I like all the Scream movies. Scream 1 is obviously the OG. It's the best one. It is what it is with that. How the fuck is it just is it less or more reviews than the first one by a lot?
That's a good question. That's a good. So audience reviews 250,000 plus.
Jesus.
Critic reviews 81.
Okay.
So that's not bad. But critic reviews it's about the same. It's about the same. So 82 reviews for the first movie, 250,000 plus audience for the first movie.
So it's like 81, 82 for critic reviews for those movies?
For the amount of reviews, yeah.
I would have guessed a bigger differential there. Okay. Very strange. So is your take on this that the Tomatometer is useless? Is that
maybe
eventually going with this?
Maybe. But okay, so Scream 3. The audience and the critics have come back together.
No.
They're within 4 points of each other.
Now this one
the most reviews so far.
How many critic reviews?
127.
Jesus.
For Scream 3.
That doesn't make sense. But I will say this is everyone's least favorite. Understandably, I like it. I like movies that show movie making, and I thought they did some fun things. And Carrie Fisher's in it. I'll say for critics, 60. And if they're both close, 60 for both of them.
They are both close.
Oh my God. What are you about to say?
Audience score. Okay, so you're saying 60, right?
Yeah.
And because we're saying it's worse, right? Audience score's a little lower than the critic score. Critic score 41%.
Jesus Christ.
Audience score 37%.
My God.
And I won't do the TV show.
Again,
I won't do the TV show. We'll just we'll do Scream 4, right? That's the last movie.
Scream 4 it was a bounce back. People do tend to like that one. Now that's the newest. So you got all the hip
the newest
JoeBlow.com and never seen that movie before .net.
More critic reviews, 187.
I fucking believe it.
Only 50,000 plus audience, so less review on the audience side.
Oh.
That might mean people just not have seen this one the least. Could be.
I'm going to say 75.
Oh, you're closer. 60% critics, 56% audience.
I'm very surprised. What is I think they're being bombarded with negative reviews somehow.
You think it's a work brother?
Maybe something's going on because Scream should be where it is there, and Scream 4 just by the fact of where people like these movies. I don't know. This math ain't working for me, brother.
Okay, so here's the only place I'm going here. Okay. The first Halloween, John Carpenter's Halloween, 96% from the critics, 89% from the audience. And do you think Halloween 2 is like how much? We know it's going to be worse than that, but how much worse do you think Halloween 2 is? Because remember, the critics
I think, or what I think.
What do you think the critics? What do you think? Just forget about the audience, just the critics.
Sure. So we went from 96 for the first one.
Yep.
Ooh,
it was like 96 and like 80, 89. Did I say, or 87?
I'm gonna go big jump. I'm gonna say like 78.
30% for the
what
critics. Critics hated Halloween 2.
What? I don't understand.
Okay, and they loved Scream 2. And then as the Halloween franchise goes on, it doesn't get better. Okay, it honestly gets worse and worse. 41% for Halloween 3 for the critics, but the audience score 27.
And that's a movie that's had a resurgence where people are like, it's actually a good movie. It's a standalone thing, and they were going to actually do like a horror anthology. So I'm surprised that hasn't gone up over time. But I understand the critics.
But then if we jump to the resurgence, to the bounce back, Halloween, we're bringing it back. No, let's go to Halloween 2018. Back up to 79% from the critics and 70% for the audience. So I think horror, especially something like I feel like Scream and Halloween are closer than say Scream and Chucky or something like that. I think they have more common. They're sort of grounded more in real life situations, and they play on the past trauma and the killer's back for me, that type of thing more so. And I think maybe Halloween 2018 has sort of raised the bar for everyone, and these filmmakers know, okay, we just got to cinch it up and hunker down and really just bang out a really good one. So I think because these other Halloween 2 I love. I think of it, I'm like, oh, I love Halloween 2. It's not nowhere near as good as 1. I think I like 2018 better. But like the fans seem to love it and embrace it. And critics hated it almost more than any other Scream movie. I think this Scream has the potential to be like Scream 2018. You know what I mean?
I see what's going on.
I think this could bring it back. I mean, the pit of Scream 3 was rough. And then Scream 4, the critics liked it. more, but it didn't have those Scream 1, Scream 2 numbers. I too was shocked that Scream 1 was so low. But that's bothered me. This maybe I'm just trying to bring optimism toward the new Scream. This could turn it all around. They could really breathe some